Welcome back to my channel. I am starting a new venture in this channel. And today I have a guest. Siya po yung tao na tumulong sa akin for this past year, behind the scenes for a lot of ways. And I want to share the wisdom she has shared with me. And actually, siya yung naging part of the reason kung bakit ko pinush through itong section sa aking channel. So, introduce yourself muna, Beth.
So, ano lang, brief lang.
Sino ka sa buhay ko? Charot! So, who are you? How did we meet? Ganon. How did everything start? How did you know? Charot. Brief lang, Beth. Like,
Una kong nakita si Vida is sa South Street.
yes.
Yes. Kasi
Starbucks ka.
At that time, work ako sa Lacoste muna. And
ba
then, nag-Starbucks ako doon.
Okay.
Ay, guys, tama. Starbucks muna. Then Lacoste. So, yun, group of
Brief
friends,
lang,
mutual
yeah.
friends, parang ganon. And then, naging nag-close na
Close
lang.
na.
Akin lang.
Ganun kasimple, di ba? And then, Be, if you're willing to share, are you a mom? Are you married?
Oh,
Are
okay.
you gonna get married? Or are you in your life right now?
I'm a single mom. Charot. I have 7 years old son, Andres.
A very sweet one too.
And
Healthcare aide ka by profession, but you're getting your license as a nurse. And we are now in your new mansion.
Welcome to our, ano yun?
MTV Cribs.
TV Cribs pala to eh.
And, yeah, may katuwang po ako sa buhay, sa awa ni Lord.
Yeah.
And,
We have another baby.
Another
we have a
big baby.
fur baby. Napakamaldita po. Diyan. Kuha attention talaga yan.
Ito medyo mas personal. Hindi mas personal. I think you've introduced me a lot to it too, to go back to it. Pero I'm a Catholic myself. But technically, we're still Christians. We still believe in one God. Pero I'm a Catholic. You are?
Born again. Although wala pang dedication and stuff like that, pero I go to a born again church for almost 7 years. Yeah.
Oh, Andres is ano?
Yeah.
Yes. See, I didn't
Oh,
even know that.
7 years. Yeah. So,
But I know that you guys do read the Bible a lot more than Catholics. So what is, ito alam ko na kasi you've told me about this, but I want the viewers to know it a little bit more. What is one scripture in the Bible when you're having a hard time, yun yung binabalik-balikan?
okay, so my verse talaga na ina-apply ko talaga sa buhay ko is of course Jeremiah 29:11, diba? Kasi nga, na-apply ko talaga siya sa buhay ko. And, yun yung reason na I was able to move forward talaga in my life. Oo, move forward talaga. Kasi nga, I was in this situation na, I was so down and I was parang stuck na in life. And parang sabi ko, ginawa ko naman na lahat sa paraan na kaya ko, sa paraan na alam ko, sa paraan na, alam mo yun, yung parang akala ko, parang I have everything under control. Pero parang yung result, it just made things worse. So parang, alam mo yun, yung parang the only thing left to do at that time was to let go, which hindi ko alam kung paano. And, syempre, at that time, hininga pa ako kay Lord. Hininga talaga ako na parang sabi ko, bakit ba ako hihingi sa Kanya ng something na parang deserve ko ba? Kasi nga,
Kino-question mo.
deserve ko. Parang, syempre, ang dami kong ginawa sa buhay ko na parang hindi ako karapat-dapat na humingi something kay God. And at that time, hindi ako, I don't go to church and I don't read the Bible. parang wala akong special relationship with God at that time. So parang, and then, I started going to this church, na-introduce ako. Na-feel ko, actually, nakapunta na ako sa iba't ibang church.
Okay.
Prior to this. Dito lang ako na na-feel ko na
Parang you felt lighter?
Yes, and at the same time, come as you are. Yung parang, even if you're a single mom, you gave birth out of wedlock, parang out of marriage.
They welcome you.
So parang, alam mo yun, malaking bagay po yun sa akin na parang, syempre, alam mo yun, na nanganak ako, hindi ako kasal, ganito, ganyan. So parang, feeling ko, na-cross out na ako sa Christian world.
They judged you in a way that you didn't deserve.
So parang, hiningi ko po talaga yung anak ko. And, biyaya din talaga siya ni Lord sa akin. And, yeah, so that verse,
may background music mo tayo bago ka. May drum roll there. Drum roll.
Verse na to, na Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Nung time na down ako, be.
This was during the time when you had Andres Babe? Or way before pa?
No, when I had Andres. Oh. And when I was trying to keep my family together.
Oh, yes.
So parang, that was really, really a hard time. Kasi nga, kumbaga, I was doing these things to fix my family, pero wala si Lord sa picture na yun. Alam mo yun, yung parang
the two-strand,
parang
the three-strand became two-strand.
So parang, doon na parang, sabi ko, wala. Sabi ko at that time, pula na lang tumulo ako ng, lumuha akong dugo. Kasi wala na talaga akong alam gawin at that time. And thank God na na-introduce niya ako sa church na to. And parang na-enlighten ako. By Pastora Sharon. Charot.
May pa-shoutout.
Shoutout. Pastora Sharon na parang, alam mo yun, na parang ginawa ko naman na lahat. And kita din naman ni Lord yun. Lahat ng sacrifices ko, lahat ng struggles ko. And
would you say that it was a learning lesson to you, Be, na everything is really out of our control?
Yes, Be. Kasi at that time, hindi ko naintindihan na may plan si Lord for me. Diba? That's why na parang yung verse na to was reminded me na God has plans for us, na i-prosper tayo, and to give us a good and prosperous, joyful future. Pero at that time, parang sabi ko, hindi ko na nakikita yung future ko. So parang parang blanco na ako sa sitwasyon na yun. I was so depressed. Parang mental health ko talagang bagsak na. So nung na-enlighten ako na parang hindi ito yung gusto ni Lord para sa akin. Doon ako na parang, ay talaga ba? Meron pa palang plano si Lord para sa akin. Na parang, paano ko ma-achieve yun? And I was encouraged na, you let go. Doon ko natutunan paano mag-surrender.
I think that's what I'm having a hard time with, is to fully surrender. Like, I know I have to surrender, but there are times na ang hirap i-surrender. And I know it's, we can plan things, but it's beyond our control. What the results may be, what will happen. So, paano mo masasabi na you've actually surrendered everything? How did you do it?
Kasi at that time, di ko rin alam paano mag-pray.
Okay.
At kung ano ipipray. Exactly. So, I just keep praying na, Lord, let your will be done. Help me na hindi i-push yung way ko, but yung way mo. And then, every waking day, inihingi ko na, Lord, ikaw na po bahala sa araw ko. Kasi may OCD din po ako. Kaya parang, alam mo yon, my day has to be very organized.
According to what you
So, parang may plano talaga yung araw ko. Obsessed ako sa planners, this and that.
If one thing goes wrong,
nag-freak out po ako. I was so obsessed with fresh starts. So, kailangan talaga, it has to be according my plans again. So, At that time, siguro natutunan ko na slowly nagsusurrender ako kay Lord na parang, okay Lord, whatever happens today, pag may mali man sa plano ko, or kung may mangyari man na out of my plans, parang bigyan niyo po ako ng strength na tanggapin po yung changes na yun. So parang gano'n yung. And then sa situation na I was really struggling with, parang sinabi ko lang kay Lord na, Lord, kung hindi na to para sa akin, ikaw na po tumanggal. Ikaw na po magtanggal na.
So how did you discern that then? Kasi discernment yun na it is according to God's will versus.
Yeah. So, paano ko na-differentiate if it's God's will or not? I keep going back to this verse. His plans is not to hurt me. And if that situation is hurting me, then it's not from God anymore. So, doon ako bumabalik sa verse ng Jeremiah. So, parang ina-assess ko every situation. Parang, okay, is this situation, okay, ginawa ko na po lahat, Lord. Parang, sa paraan na alam ko, sa paraan na kaya ko, pero hindi pa rin nag-work, it's still hurting me, then I guess it's not from you. And if it's not from you, then kusa mo na po siya, Lord, and then, at that time, actually, hindi yung tao, hindi yung situation yung tinanggal sa akin. Binigyan ako ng strength na para tanggalin yan. So, hindi siya yung, let's say, namayapa yung tao. Like, alam mo yun, hindi yung...
That the revenge of the flesh.
So, parang hindi yung, let's say, hindi ganon. Kumbaga, nasa atin pa rin kasi.
The free will of us. Yeah.
Para matanggal yung ako sa situation na yon, God gave me strength. Hindi niya tinanggal yon na wala akong ginawa. So, tinanggal niya yon kasi nga, humingi ako ng strength sa kanya na mag-let go.
Yeah, when you ask for strength, He actually gives you the challenge to go forward. So, that makes sense, right? In the past, let's say, year, what are you most thankful for na una natutunan mo for the year? Pangalawa is yung na being grateful ka for the year.
For the past year, madami din. Kasi madami akong sinuko. Madami akong nilet go.
Pero yung you would say, it was the hardest for you to let go?
Work. Work because obsessed ako. Alam ng lahat na Pubatcha yung last name ko and Kuratcha talaga ako. Na talagang
kaliwat ka na talaga.
So, obsessed talaga ako sa work for 5 years or more. I had 3 jobs. Nights, days, evenings, rotation, lahat yan. Kasi I was making money. So, parang na-enjoy ko siya. Kasi nga,
may luho ka pa sa
so, parang, alam mo yun, yung parang may napapatunayan ka at that time. To the point na I had no choice but to give it up. Kasi nga, hindi na kailangan ng katawan. Mental health ko, yung unang bumagsak. After mental health, then, doon ko na-realize na naaabuso ko na pala talaga yung katawan ko. And
would you say your relationship as well?
Yes. So, nag-go through ako sa pictures ko. And I was, parang gusto kong sabihin na, ay, ang saya ng moment na to. But then I realized deep inside na, at that day pala, inaway ko yung mama ko. Yung parang ganon. So, parang,
may bad memories along with it.
So, parang kasi, gusto ko man na good times lang, pero kasi yung mental health ko at that time was so messed up. Na inaway ko yung mom ko, inaway ko si Kim, at yan, and hindi, it's like, talaga, yung
you're not yourself then.
Yeah.
You was at the flesh.
And parang wala talaga akong control sa emotions ko nun. And then, parang I live by na, kung di nila ako tanggap, edi wag. Parang ganon. Ganon yung mentality ko nun. Ganon ako akala mo kung sino. Yung ganon. Talagang,
you feel like you had the control of everything.
And, at the same time, yun na pala yun, anxiety na yun. I was building walls kasi nga fears and all of that. So, this year natutunan ko na to rest talaga.
Very important.
Yung rest na hindi lang tulog
Yeah.
Yung rest talaga na walang gagawin. In a way,
You don't have to think about
kasi
something
ano ako I go to therapy. Yung therapist ko nagsasabi na I'm also making my own problems na parang, kasi nga,
that's not even there.
Hindi ako mapakali. Kailangan may gagawin ako. Kailangan may nasa
Haywire
schedule
siya,
ko. So, nag-nails ako, kasabay ng LPN ko, ganito, ganyan. So, parang, alam mo yon na parang, I wanna achieve so much in such little time na parang, hindi ko nare-realize na tao lang pala ako and kailangan ko palang, ano ba talaga yung, at that time kasi hindi ko din talaga alam ko ng gusto ko. So,
it's like a midlife, hindi midlife, quarter life crisis natin.
So, parang, sabi ko, ano ba, give me an idea, then ma-amaze ako. Then gagawin ko. Parang ganun kasi ako nun. Pero hindi ko na-realize na, wait, kalma, pag-isipan mo.
Did you feel, Be, that you were pressured to do all these things because of the timeline that you have in your life?
Yes, because I have, yung timeline talaga, katulad kay Andres, nasa timeline ko talaga ng mga anak ng 22, tinupad ko talaga siya.
Part of it became, naging
so,
real pa talaga, Be.
So, may timeline talaga ako na fina-follow before. And then, the people around me, pinipressure ko sila para sumabay sa timeline
mo. Okay.
Depressed din ako nun, Be.
Okay.
So, parang I was giving this love sa mga tao and parang yung balik sa akin is parang sakit or like parang pain na alam mo yun. And kaya sabi ko, hiningi ko talaga si Andres. Parang sabi ko, I want to love somebody na nothing in return. Titignan ko lang siya, masaya na ako. Parang ganun. So, yun.
Pero yung pressure for timeline ba? Timing. Because there's society, let's face it. Society gives us that timeline that a certain age you should be having kids na, you should be getting married, you should have this. May checklist ba?
At that time, nung na-depress ako, all over the place na yung ano ko plan ko. Parang, hindi ko na alam kung ano yung timeline ko. Hindi ko na alam kung ano yung kailangan kong gawin. When it comes to pressure at that time, siguro wala. Pero it's more of like,
lost soul.
Lost. Yeah. So, lost ako nung time na yun. And yung pressure lang is not the pressure of the environment or like mga tao sa paligid ko. Ako yung nag-create ng pressure sa sarili ko.
Which
is,
said.
Sabi ko, at the age of 25, may bahay na dapat ako, ganito, ganyan. So, at that time, sa partner ko ngayon, na bago pa lang kami noon, ganito, ganyan. And pero yung mindset ko is already bibili ng bahay. So, kahit hindi pa sigurado sa relationship, wala pang foundation, ganito, ganyan, basta makabili ng bahay. So, nadamay ko yung mga tao sa paligid ko. So, yun lang siguro, when it comes to pressure, it's hindi dahil sa paligid ko, kundi yung ginawa ko para sa sarili ko.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and ngayon, pressured ako kasi nga, I know people knows, nagsuschool ako, nag-LPN ako, and I was supposed to finish this May, but then again, life happens, right? Like, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and all this, parang, I need to take another health break kasi I don't know what's going on with me. I have to know yung mga limitations ko. So, syempre, na-disappoint ko yung mom ko. I know my partner has been parang very supportive. Na parang gusto niya na matupad ko din tong pangarap ko. Kasi matagal ko talagang pangarap ng years na. And then, yun, akala ko kaya ko.
Your mind tells you na kaya mo.
Kasi sabi ko, kaya ko 3 jobs. Ano ba naman yung mag-aral ako, 1 full-time job, tapos ganito, ganyan.
Mom, tapos
parang gano'n, parang, alam mo yun, yung parang akala ko
Superwoman.
Kaya ko. And then, yung isip ko, kaya.
Hmm.
Yung katawan ko, hindi.
Would you say, Ben, na... Because you've had the learning curve then prior to this, na, hinahinay lang. Would you say na parang ano siya, the new diagnosis that you received, would you say that's like parang break pad para sa'yo? Like, it's putting a break into the things that you want to do na pinadala ni God sa'yo? Would you say that?
Alam mo, bumabalik din ako ulit dun sa verse.
Jeremiah?
Kasi sabi ko, ito na naman yung plano ko para sa sarili ko. Ito na naman yung ginagawa ko para sa sarili ko. I'm putting all this pressure sa sarili ko. Plano ko na naman. And then, nung na-diagnose ako, 2 months ako nagmukmuk, ganito, ganyan, iyak-iyak, ganyan. So, parang sabi
Which
ko...
is, by the way, normal. Grieving process.
And then, alam mo yon na parang hindi ko kasi naiintindihan din. Then, syempre, hindi din naiintindihan ng partner ko. Like, parang, alam mo yon na everything is...
You shut down everything else.
So, parang sabi ko, okay, plano ko na naman. Wala na naman. Parang, alam mo yon parang, I think, nung una talaga, na, ano na naman ako, parang nawala na naman ako sa mundo. Parang nag-fade away na naman ako. Kasi nga, parang sabi ko, every time I try to make plans for myself, bakit may hadlang? Alam mo yun?
Laging hindi natutupad.
Sa situation, overwhelmed ako. Kahit kay Lord, napalayo din ako. Parang, wala akong masyadong time. I pray, I talk to Him, yes, here and there, but wala talaga akong moment kay God for this past few months.
Parang ang nangyari, Be, is you didn't give time to actually get Him to talk to you.
So, parang, dun lang ako nagdidwell, research about fibromyalgia, ganito, ganyan, lahat. Parang I was so focused on that diagnosis na parang nakakalimutan ko i-ask si Lord or i-ask yung self ko na, bakit nga ba ako na-diagnose? Bakit nga ba ako merong ganito? Bakit kung kailan papatapos na ako?
Right.
Kung kailan dapat masaya ako kasi may bago-bagong bahay. And then, I forgot to ask the specific question na naman. Na, ito ba yung plan ni Lord para sa akin? Ano ba yung plan ni Lord para sa akin?
Anong gusto iparating ni God sa'yo?
Parang ganon. May mga times talaga na go lang ako eh. Nakakalimutan ko mag-stop. And yun din yung time na yun. Nag-aaral ako, may trabaho ako, I have Andres, I have Nova, lilipat kami sa bagong bahay. So everything, lahat pala yun yung life events. Which I didn't realize.
And you didn't celebrate it.
Na parang those are life events na nagsabay-sabay and then at the same time, parang again, I'm all over the place. Diba?
Would you say, Ben, na God is telling me, you're not being grateful again with all these things that you've asked for? Would you say that though?
I'm not gonna say na yun yung gusto iparating ni Lord sa akin kasi grateful talaga ako. Grateful ako.
And I know you are.
It's just more of like,
nakalimutan mo na naman sa sarili mo.
You're pushing yourself too much again. Parang ganon. Parang it's more of like na, ayoko kasi sayangin yung mga biyaya ni Lord. Kaya sabi ko, go lang Lord, go! Give ng give, gagawin ko lahat. Parang alam mo yun, na parang, syempre ako naman, parang, biyaya ni Lord, tanggap ng tanggap, ganito, ganyan. And then I keep forgetting na, ay wait lang Lord ha, pahinga muna ako. And then yun din pala yung gusto ni Lord sa akin.
And that's why it's the biggest lesson for you na to step back and rest and relax.
Na parang, I think, alam ko be, na all my life, yung gusto talaga ni Lord para sa akin, magpahinga. Kasi sa lahat ng life events ko be, parang yun dun, lahat nagko-connect eh. Na bakit ako exhausted? Bakit ako overwhelmed? Bakit nangyayari sa akin to? Bakit ito yung nararamdaman ko? Ganito, ganyan. And then, it comes back to me na parang, is it because you're wanting too much?
The abundance.
In a sense na parang, sabihin natin ba na, kontento ako eh. Kontento ako sobra. It's just that I don't know when to stop. and how to stop pag andun na sa situation.
Situation na yun.
It's not actually like
Ganun.
stop. It's more of like I had to take a break, reassess my life, and then, okay, where do we
Do it
stand?
again.
Like, how do we
Go
align
about
this?
it. Yeah.
Align this sa plano ni Lord. Kasi sometimes I'm asking things na baka hindi naman pala talaga will ni Lord. Yun, dun ako nako-confuse na parang will ba to ni Lord para sa akin or ito lang ba talaga yung gusto ng katawang lupa ko? Diba? So parang minsan nakakalimutan ko mag-sit back and think na
Look at the bigger picture.
Siguro dito pa ako ng learning process, no? Na parang I'm still learning how to ask God every life events, every plans na meron ako, kung Lord, yung plano ko ba to is aligned sa will mo. Dun pa ako nagsastruggle na parang, kasi feeling ko, minsan lahat ng biyaya, all the good things, akala ko, parang, alam mo yun,
Fruit of your labor, kumbaga.
parang God's will to kasi binigay sa akin, ganito, ganyan. But the question is, how am I gonna make use of it? And parang alam mo yun, yung parang...
How does it add up to the person you're out to be? Kumbaga, yun yung question mo, right?
And yes, I'm a Christian, but I'm not a perfect one.
No one is. We're all sinners there.
So parang, alam mo yun, na parang, yes, advocate ako ni Lord sa mga ganyan, sa mga Bible study, sa mga preachings, and I want in all conversation put God in the center of the conversation, ganito, ganyan. So parang
guidance.
Parang yes, I'm a Christian, pero I'm learning progress. Ano ba tawag yan?
Yes. Work in progress.
Work in progress ako. Or whenever there are changes with my OCD, it's really hard for me to sandali. Hina. Ano ba to? Parang, nababaliw-baliw ako pag may changes, ganyan. So, I cannot, although hinihingi ko kay Lord na tanggalin to kung anong meron ako, pero the work is still with me, right? So, that's why I go to therapy, I take medications and stuff like that. So, parang,
you're trying to embrace it.
Yeah,
which is good.
It's
work in progress.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I don't know.
Would you say, Ben, I think it leads back to that other question we had kanina is, what are you most thankful for in the past year?
In the past year, strength, actually. Strength, you know why?
What we asked for.
Yeah, strength na i-embrace yung mga biyaya ni Lord sa akin. Kasi because of my fibro, nagmukmuk ako, nagalit ako sa sarili ko, akala ko lazy ako, syempre, parang parang akala ko tinatamad na ako sa buhay, depressed ako, pero okay naman ako. Grateful ako na despite sa mga sakit-sakit na nararamdaman ko, I was still able to get up.
He still woke you up.
Strength lang na to keep going.
Endure and persevere.
Yeah. Parang resilience siguro. Yun.
What would you say dun sa tao na yun? Or even the Ina that was in that struggle, in that storm in the beginning. Ano sasabihin mo sa kanya if you get to meet that person?
Hinahinay lang. Siguro embrace the situation that you're in. Kasi kahit anong try natin na mag-move on, or like anong try natin na to have or get our life together, minsan na nasi-skip natin yung important step which is yung embrace the situation, be in the situation, and then if you need na magmukmuk in that situation, go for it. Kasi you have to embrace that emotion you're in. Hindi mo pwedeng kalimutan yan. Kasi that's part of the healing process. Yung mga advice ko is, be in the moment. Pray. Sa moment na kung asan ka ngayon. And learn this is the, parang pinaka-importanting part ng journey mo is when you sit down, reassess your life, and then it's the best time to talk to God. Diba? Parang yun yung best time na parang to call again kay Lord na, Lord.
It's a conversation.
So parang be in the moment of that, parang sa
in your now
in your current situation. Kumbaga, be mindful.
Yes.
'Di ba?
Yeah.
Parang mindfulness talaga din. And once you're mindful, once you're okay, ito na nangyayari sa akin, nasasaktan ako, ito na yung nangyayari sa akin, nahihirapan ako, at least na ano mo yun kumbaga na acknowledge. So kung na-acknowledge mo yung situation mo ngayon, then that's the best time na parang okay, I have to sit down. I have to take a moment, be in the moment, na parang okay, to reassess kung ano man yung nangyayari, and to call on to God. Parang just always, ayun lang ma-advise ko, always go back sa strength mo, which is si God. Yun, parang pahinga ka, matulog ka, magmukmuk ka, kumain ka, lahat. Do it.
Whatever you feel.
Yes. And, pero wag mo namang tagalan. Pero I mean, like, gawin mo yan. It's part of healing. It's part of the journey. And sometimes it will take a year, sabihin natin months, years sa iba, depende, 'di ba, sa
tao,
sa
situation niya.
But don't rush yourself to get out of that situation. No. Minsan kaka-rush natin, nakakalimutan natin na parang tama ba yung naging step ko. So parang instead na mapapabuti ka, it cost you more damage. Kasi nga, you skip the most important part of your journey na parang to stay still. Be still. Ganon. So,
yun yung take ko from this, at least to wrap it up, na it's also a strength to step back, look at it, and just be there. So, thank you, Bea, for being vulnerable. And I hope soon magkaroon ulit tayo ng part 2. Ipaanyanyahan mo ko ng gawin ulit to. But for the meantime, I hope everybody had some wisdom and learning and knowledge from Ina's life experience. And of course, babalikan ko lang your Bible verse of Jeremiah 29:11. And I hope everybody finds strength in this still waters.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.